What's good with Papa, man? It's your boy Helby. I was just reading this book right here called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You feel me? And I ran into this little section real quick that really resonated with me. And I know exactly what this man is talking about. Like, it really resonated with me. And I know you guys will too once I read it to you. So it's basically about the pain body. And if you don't know what the pain body is basically like whenever you're overthinking, right? Whenever you're angry, mad, sad, or depressed, or whenever you're just reflecting on anything back within the past that's happened to you, you feel it in your body, because we all know you feel emotions throughout your body, right? So whenever you're in that state, you're in the pain body, and you're also unconscious when you're in the pain body, because all you have to do to break out of that is just use your consciousness. Like, whatever you're thinking is how you feel. So basically, let me read it to you so you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to talk about. Past pain dissolving the body. As long as you are unable to process the power of the now, every emotional pain that you experience leaves behind a residue of pain that lives in you. It merges with the pain from the past, which was already there, and becomes logged in your mind and body. This, of course, includes the pain you suffered as a child, caused by the unconsciousness of the world into which you were born. This accumulated pain is a negative energy field that occupies your body and mind. If you look on it as an invisible entity in its own right, you are getting quite close to the truth. It's the emotional pain body. It has two modes of being, dormant and active. A pain body may be dormant 90% of the time. In a deeply unhappy person, though, it may be active up to 100% of the time. Some people live almost entirely through their pain body, while others may experience it only in certain situations, such as an intimate relationship or situations linked with past loss or abdominant physical or emotional hurt, and so on. Anything can trigger it, particularly if it resonates with a pain pattern from your past. When it is ready to awaken from its dormant stage, even a thought or an innocent remark made by someone close to you can activate it. Some pain bodies are obnoxious but relatively harmless. For example, like a child who won't stop whining. Others are vicious and destructive monsters, true demons. Some are physically violent. Many more are emotionally violent. Some will attack people around you or close to you, while others may attack you, their host. Thoughts and feelings you have about your life become deeply negative and self-destructive. Illnesses and accidents are often created this way. Some pain bodies drive their hosts to suicide. When you thought you knew a person and then you are suddenly confronted with this alien, nasty creature for the first time, you are in for quite a shock. However, it's more important to observe it in yourself than in someone else. Watch out for any sign of unhappiness in yourself, in whatever form it may be. The awakening pain body. This can take the form of irritation, impatience, a somber mood, a desire to hurt, anger, rage, depression, a need to have some drama in your relationship, and so on. Catch it in a moment it awakens from its dormant state. The pain body wants to survive, just like every other entity in existence, and it can only survive if it gets you to unconsciously identify with it. It can then rise up, take you over, become you, and live through you. It needs to get its food through you. It will feed on any experience that resonates with its own kind of energy. Anything that creates further pain in whatever form: anger, destructiveness, hatred, grief, emotional drama, violence, and even illness. So the pain body, when it is taking you over, will create a situation in your life that reflects back its own energy, frequency for it to feed on. Pain can only feed on pain. Pain cannot feed on joy. It finds it quite indigestible. Now, what happens to the pain body when we become conscious enough to break our identification with it? Unconsciousness creates it. Consciousness transmutes it into itself. St. Paul expressed this universal principle beautifully. Everything is shown up by getting exposed to the light, and whatever is exposed to the light, it itself becomes light. Just as you cannot fight the darkness, you cannot fight the pain body. Trying to do so will create inner conflict and thus further pain. Watching it is enough. Watching it amplifies accepting it as part of what is at that moment. The pain body consists of trapped life energy that has split off from your total energy field and has temporarily become autonomous, through your unnatural process of mind identification. It has turned in on itself and become anti-life, like an animal trying to devour its own tail. Why do you think our civilization has become so life destructive? But even the life destructive forces are still life energy. When you start to disidentify and become the watcher, the pain body will continue to operate for a while and will try to trick you into identifying with it again. Although you are no longer energizing it through your identification, it has a certain momentum, just like a spinning wheel that will keep turning for a while even when it is no longer being propelled. At this stage, it may also create physical aches and pains in different parts of the body, but they won't last. Stay present, stay conscious. Be the ever alert guardian of your inner space. You need to be present enough to be able to watch the pain body directly and feel its energy. It then cannot control your thinking. The moment your thinking is aligned with the energy field of the pain body, you are identified with it and again feeding it with your thoughts. For example, if anger is the predominant energy vibration of the pain body and you think angry thoughts, dwelling on what someone did to you or what you're going to do to him or her, then you have become unconscious and the pain body has become you. Where there is anger, there is always pain underneath. Or where a dark mood comes upon you and you start getting into a negative mind pattern and thinking how dreadful your life is, your thinking has become aligned with the pain body. And you have become unconscious and vulnerable to the pain body's attack. Unconscious, the way that I use the word here, means to be identified with some mental or emotional pain. It implies that a complete absence of the watcher. It implies a complete absence of the watcher. Sustained conscious attention severs the link between the pain body and your thought process and brings about the process of transmutation. It is as if the pain becomes a fuel for the flame of your consciousness, which then burns more brightly as a result. This is the esoteric meaning of the ancient art of alchemy. The transmutation of base metal into gold, or of suffering into consciousness. This split within is healed and you become whole again. Your responsibility then is not to create further pain. Let me summarize the process. Focus attention on feeling inside you. Know that it is the pain body. Accept that it is there. Don't think about it. Don't let the feeling turn into thinking. Don't judge or analyze. Don't make an identity for yourself out of it. Stay present and continue to be the observer of what is happening inside you. Become aware not only of the emotional pain, but also of the one who observes the silent watcher. There is the power of the now, the power of your own conscious presence. And see what happens. So yeah, that was basically it right there, man. I hope that resonated with y'all just as well as it did for me. My name is Tolle. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.